Hey there. Some time ago, Suffolk Andy put up a video whereby his daughter Amy asked some questions. There was one particular question that Amy asked, which was, what was the worst job you ever had? If you want to know what the worst job I ever had was, go and have a look in Amy's question number 1, I think it was. But as I said in that video, I've had quite a few jobs in the 40 odd years I've been in the workforce, and I've been lucky that I've actually really enjoyed most of them. I've had a few office jobs that never really pushed my buttons. I tend to find that working with these things is what is best for me, working with my hands in one form or another. And so I worked in construction for a number of years, and initially as a carpenter, and then later on operating tower cranes. So I operated cranes like that as well as mobile cranes. I really enjoyed that job. There were periods of intense boredom followed by moments of excitement, but generally speaking it was a great job. But I used to really enjoy climbing up every morning up into one of those tall tower cranes and getting the things done on the site, and running around on the ground as the dogman too. That was all part of it. There is so much construction going on around Auckland at the moment. There are cranes every which way. And another job I had was driving tour coaches, and that was a job I really enjoyed, taking people all around the North Island here in New Zealand, and that combined everything I really love: big machines with people, and there's some nice sights to see in New Zealand, so it was that made the job a lot easier. New Zealand's one of the few countries in the world where the driver of the tour coach is allowed to give the commentary as well. Most other countries, you have a tour leader or somebody else giving the commentary and the driver is just driving, which I understand that's fair enough. But here in New Zealand, the driver is allowed to give the commentary, and so it became a bit of a hobby of mine, studying New Zealand history and locations and being able to give reasonably accurate information to the visitors, and tied in with a few tour driver jokes, of course, as you do. But yeah, that job was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot about New Zealand history. And so if you ask any of my kids, they'll tell you Dad's full of useless information. So I've been thinking I might try and combine two things: the love of showing people around the country with my love of motorcycles. And I might do a few moto vlogs and try and show off a bit of, you know, where I live and what this place is like, because it ain't bad. I've travelled a lot in my younger days, and I know that every part of the world you go into, you'll find some amazing people and amazing sights. So I'm not saying that Auckland or New Zealand or any part of New Zealand is the be-all and end-all, but I am happy to show it to anybody who wants to have a look. Yeah.